Hello everyone, welcome back to Simply Legal. My name is Kahuma, the usual host on this channel. We're here to talk to you about what I've been talking about in the previous videos, which is the Computer Misuse Amendment Act, which has now become an act. It was formerly a bill, but now an act. Today I'm here to talk to you about the recent petition that has been lodged by 13 people who include lawyers and activists suing the Attorney General, or their petition against the Attorney General for redress concerning the Computer Misuse Amendment Act of 2022. Now I'm going to explain what a petition is, what amounts to a petition, and everything concerning the petition that has been lodged recently, and what is the likelihood of winning this petition. So let's go. So first of all, like I've always been telling you, the Computer Misuse Amendment Act was passed by the President of the Republic of Uganda, but formerly it was a bill by one Honorable Seriko, who has now passed it and pushed it, and now it has become an act. However, many people, especially in Uganda, have found it very, very hard to adapt to this new act because it has now become an act. It was formerly a bill, now to become an act, and many people are now fighting this act because it prevents freedom of speech, or it actually inhibits freedom of speech. Now, I did a different short concerning freedom of speech. I'll leave the link in the description below. Freedom of speech is stipulated under Article 29 of the Constitution. Freedom of speech and expression is something that is very fundamental in our democratic society, and many people are now finding it hard because the amendments in the act have different clauses. Most of those clauses concern data privacy, prohibition of sharing unsolicited information, and most of all, prohibition of promotion of hate speech. Now, the amendment is so vague, and it doesn't really promote freedom of speech. How does it not promote freedom of speech? It does because when you say hate speech, it doesn't necessarily give the ingredients to what hate speech is. Now, aside from that, let's go to the petition. 13 people, 13 activists have now petitioned against the Attorney General just yesterday, which was the 17th of October 2022. These 13 activists have lodged a petition in the Constitutional Court of Uganda. A petition can only be lodged in the Constitutional Court, and then if it fails, it then goes to higher court systems. But the beginning court system is the Constitutional Court. Now, initially, these 13 activists, let me even first explain to you what a petition is. A petition, in simple terms, is a legal document or a legal application written to a competent court of law, which is either challenging something or seeking redress for something, or basically seeking for judicial review. Now, what is judicial review? Imagine if something happened to you, you wanted to ask your superior for something, you wanted to ask them for exactly what does this mean? This has happened to me, but what does this mean? I want some interpretation. Now, according to us lawyers, or in the eyes of the law, a petition is a document which is formally written in form of an application to a competent court, in this case being the Constitutional Court, seeking for judicial review concerning redress, or seeking a remedy, or seeking some sort of judicial review to be able to understand what is happening concerning our legislation, which is the Parliament of Uganda. So concerning this Computer Misuse Act. So these 13 activists basically are lodging this application in form of a petition to this competent court, which is a Constitutional Court, seeking judicial review and seeking them to be able to remove the amendments in the new Computer Misuse Act. How is this petition relevant in today's society, you may be asking? This is because when a petition is lodged in a constitutional court, that means that they are basically challenging a new act that has been put into place. They are stating that this new act, number one, is unconstitutional. It is curtailing, or it is undermining freedom of speech and expression under Article 29 of the Constitution. Now, many times on Simply Legal, I've told you that the Constitution is the mother law of the land, meaning that all other subordinate acts come from the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda. Now, articles of the Constitution come before other acts. That's the best way I can explain to you. This basically means that if Article 29 of the Constitution, which promotes freedom of speech, is being undermined, then these 13 activists are moving this petition stating that we are lodging this petition because we are saying that Article 29 of the Constitution is being undermined. How does this come into play concerning you guys? As viewers of Simply Legal, you should always know what is happening in your country. I deem it best for you guys to be able to know this through this channel, Simply Legal. We simplify the law creatively for you, and we hope for you to understand. Now, who is a petitioner? The 13 activists are the petitioners. Who is the respondent? Whenever we have a petitioner, we have a respondent. The Attorney General of the Republic of Uganda is the respondent, or the Attorney General's office. Now, within the Attorney General, once a petition has been lodged in the Constitutional Court, the Attorney General has about 7 days to respond to this petition. Under Rule 6 of the Constitutional Court Reference Rules, the Attorney General has about 7 days to reply. In fact, every time a petition is lodged against a certain party, they are mandated to give a response to that petition under 7 days. Now, the Attorney General is the lawyer of the government, or the major lawyer of the country. Attorney General responds to or defends all government, everything concerning government is being represented by the Attorney General. So basically, these 13 activists saw it right to sue the Attorney General, because if you want to sue government, you have to sue the Attorney General. That is how it is done in the eyes of the law, even in developed countries. Now, to explain to what a petition is, what is the likelihood of these 13 activists being able to win this petition? In a petition, you need to be able to state your facts. Petition is kind of like a plaint, but in a petition, you are stating all the grounds under which you are moving this court. In law, we have what is called moving a court. So you're moving this constitutional court by stating that we are bringing this petition, we are challenging the Computer Misuse Amendment Act of 2022 under these grounds. The clauses are unconstitutional and they are undermining Article 29 of the Constitutional Republic of Uganda, which promotes freedom of speech and expression. So these 13 activists will have to prove so much to the judge of the Constitutional Court that this Computer Misuse Amendment Act of 2022 is unconstitutional, and the amendment should be removed from the previous Computer Misuse Act of 2011. I told you that originally the Computer Misuse Act was enacted originally in 2011. Now with these new amendments, everyone all over social media is going to be tasked to be able to defend whatever they are stating. Now, I would like to just reiterate this. Whatever you post on social media, you actually have to be accountable for it. You can't just go there abusing people or insulting people, hurling insults at everyone. So this may also come in as a check and balance. However, I still stand for freedom of speech and expression under Article 29 of the Constitution. So what is the likelihood of them winning this petition? Well, let's just see how the Attorney General responds, but I wanted to give you, the viewers, an insight on what a petition is, who a petitioner is, who a respondent is, and what is the high likelihood of them winning. Now, if you people ever look at the Computer Misuse Act, the new Computer Misuse Amendment Act, you're going to see that there are very heavy fines which are imposed on, number one, sharing unsolicited information in regards to the clauses. Number two, being able to violate someone's right to data privacy. And number three, promotion of hate speech. That is the major one that the petitioners are actually petitioning this Constitutional Court against, because the act has been passed. That means that the Attorney General should be the only one representing the government, and that's why they are suing his office. Thanks so much for listening to me. Let's just see how things are going to unfold concerning this Computer Misuse Amendment Act of 2022, because it has brought a lot of controversy all over social media and all over Uganda as a country. But let's just see how the law partakes. I remain yours truly, Terry Kahuma. Simply Legal, always simplify the law for you creatively. And I remain yours truly. Bye.